outsiders line up behind the gate now for race number 1, first division of the Young Guns. We have 1, Full of Finesse and Kerry Romeo. 2, The Streak with Nick White. 3, Connolly CC, Katie Miller. 4 is Camco Annette and Jack Panning. 5, Ours Wanderer, Dale Spence. 6, Alyssa Down and Ben Hollingsworth. 7 is Blue Man Group with Andrew Ward. Here they come. The Streak trails off stride. They're off and pacing in quickly from the middle of the track. Camco Annette goes racing for the lead, and going with her on the inside is Full of Finesse as they make their way around the turn. Blue Man Group gets away in third. Racing in the fourth, that's Connolly CC. In fifth is Alyssa Down. Then Ours Wanderer and The Streak trails the field as they make their way off the 8th pole. Down the back stretch, they make their way onto the opening quarter with Camco Annette showing the way. Racing in second is Full of Finesse. Blue Man Group racing along in third. On the rail of fourth is Connolly CC. Then Alyssa Down. Ours Wanderer and The Streak trails the field. They're by the opening quarter, 28-4. They make their way around the top turn and race over to the 3/8s, being led up front by Jack Panting and Camco Annette. Racing following in second is Full of Finesse. As they make their way off the 3/8s and down the stretch, they race in front of us for the first time with Camco Annette showing the way. Racing a second, Full of Finesse. Blue Man Group now moves to the outside third, and ducking back to the inside is Connolly CC, who's racing in fourth. Then Alyssa Down, The Streak and Ours Wanderer. They were by the half in 59-1 as the field makes their way around the turn. They travel over to the 5/8, still being led up front by Camco Annette. Full of Finesse is racing a second. Third on the inside is Connolly CC. Blue Man Group now moves up fourth on the outside, comes to third. As they make their way down the backstretch, it's Camco Annette, and out from the second. The 2-hole comes Full of Finesse. Pushing out, Blue Man Group is 3 wide as they make their way to the 3/4 now. Full of Finesse has taken over top spot. On the far outside, Blue Man Group second. In between horses is Connolly CC. 1:30-4 by the 3/4 and around the top turn. It's Kerry Romeo and Full of Finesse. On the inside, Connolly CC. Blue Man Group is outside third. Then Camco Annette, Alyssa Down, The Streak and Ours Wanderer. They make the turn for home. On the inside is Full of Finesse. Connolly CC on the outside now takes over the top. It's Connolly CC and Full of Finesse. Blue Man Group on the outside. It's going to be Connolly CC to win it. Full of Finesse second. Blue Man Group for third. Time for the mile, 2:02. Back to the winner's circle now is the winner of race number 1, the Stand Fielding Electrical Pace. It's number 3, Connolly CC. Bay gelding 8 by Artist Stena. Out of the Western Hanover mare, Casey's Gold. Owned by Mike Morris, Scott Hubbard, and Mike Clinton of St. John. Trained by Mike Morris. Katie Jean Miller in the driver's seat today. Connolly CC picks up his third win of 2012. Pacing this afternoon, 2:02. Number 3, Connolly CC and Katie Jean Miller. Field of 8 lines up behind the gate for race number 2. We have 1, Cocan Lucky Nuke. 2, ROF Peruvian High. 3, Joey's Sidekick. 4, Tacitodla. 5, Bobby Power. 6, Sweet Chamomine. 7, OK Electra. On the outside, 8 is Chablis by Emma, and here they come. ROF Peruvian off stride. Number 3, Joey Sidekick, also off stride, and they're off and pacing in from the far outside. Chablis by Emma goes for and takes the early lead. On the inside, racing with him is Bobby Power. OK Electra ducked in to be 3. Racing along in fourth is Sweet Chamomine. Then Joey Sidekick, and off stride around the first turn goes Bobby Power. Scattered fields, they make their way onto the opening quarter with Chablis by Emma's off by about 5. Racing in second is Sweet Chamomine. OK Electra got away third. Joey Sidekick racing fourth. Then Bobby Power. Tassitodla, Cocan Lucky Nuke in your trailer back. Pacing is ROF Peruvian High. As Chablis Bayama took them by the opening quarter in 30 and 3. They make their way around the top turn and race over to the 5/8 with Chablis Bayama. Racing second is a Sweet Chamomine. Joey Sidekick now makes a move up third on the outside. Racing fourth on the inside is OK Electra. As the field comes off the 3/8 and down the stretch, they race in front of us for the first time with Chablis Bayama. Joey Sidekick goes off stride once again. Sweet Chamomine is racing in second. Joey Sidekick back pacing now in third. OK Electra fourth. Then on the outside, Tassitodla, Bobby Power, Cocan Lucky Nuke, and ROF Peruvian High. They were by the half in 102 and around the turn. They race now towards the 5/8 with Chablis Bayama. Getting the perfect trip in second is Sweet Chamomine. Joey Sidekick third on the outside. Racing fourth is OK Electra. There goes Tassitodla fifth on the outside. Then Bobby Power, Cocan Lucky Nuke, ROF Peruvian High, and down the backstretch they go. Racing for the 3/4. Chablis Bayama still shows the way. Racing second, Sweet Chamomine. 1:33 and 2 by the 3/4, and around the top turn they go. Chablis Bayama still there. Racing up now, second on the outside comes Tassitodla. Third on the inside is Sweet Chamomine. Racing in fourth is Joey Sidekick. They make the turn off the 7/8 and down the stretch. They come on home with Chablis Bayama. On the outside, Tassitodla. Racing second, Sweet Chamomine. They're tightening up as they come to the wire, but Tassitodla gets a nose in front to win it. Chablis Bayama second. Sweet Chamomine was third, and the time for the mile, 2:04 and 3. Parading back to the winner's circle now is the unofficial winner of race number 2. The Downey Ford Pace, it's number 4, Tassitodla. Bay Philly 3 by Omar Khayyam. Out of the Call for Rain mare, Landmark Joy. Owned and trained by Jean-Clement Lavoie from Price, Quebec. Gilberto picks up the drive. Tassitodla picks up her first lifetime win as a maiden mark this afternoon, 2:04 and 3. It's number 4, Tassitodla. Trainer Jean-Clement Lavoie, driver Gilberto winning the Downey Ford Pace. Horses for the third race line up behind the gate. The Joe Mott Memorial Pace, sponsored by the City of St. John, as 1 Be Willful, 2 East Coast Nico, 3 Bien's Legacy, 4 Lira Lira, 5 is Kendall Delta. On the outside, 6 Abominator. Here they come. They're off and pacing neck and neck for the lead, getting out of there. Lira Lira and Kendall Delta on the inside, and joining them into the turn is East Coast Nico as they make their way around the first turn. East Coast Nico now goes for the lead, and off stride and on the run is Lira Lira. Everybody gets by her okay. She's back pacing now and gets away in third as Kendall Delta comes to second. Abominator on the outside third. Lira Lira's in fourth. Be Willful is fifth, and Bien's Legacy trails the field as they make their way by the opening quarter. Todd Trites has set up shop on the front end with East Coast Nico, and they're by the opening quarter, 28 and 4. Racing in second is a Kendall Delta. Abominator looks at it from third. Racing along in fourth is a Lira Lira. Now with an eye to the outside from fifth comes Be Willful. Bien's Legacy trails the field as they come off the 3/8 and down the stretch. They make their way in front of us for the first time. Up front, cutting numbers is East Coast Nico. Now Abominator's up second on the outside. Kendall Delta looks at it from third. Be Willful tries to close up now fourth on the outside. Then Lira Lira and Bien's Legacy. They were by the half in 59 and 2 and around the turn. They race now to the 5/8. Still up front is East Coast Nico. Abominator now racing a second on the outside. inside. Kendall Delta locked in third along the rail. Be Willful now second over, fourth on the outside. And Bien's Legacy comes to fifth. Lyra trails the field and down the backside. They make their way to the three-quarters. They're racing in pairs up front. East Coast Nico and Obominator. On the inside, Kendall Delta. There goes Bien's Legacy. Now fifth, now fourth, now third. 1:32 by the 1:30 and 2 by the three-quarters, and they make their way halfway around the top turn. It is East Coast Nico. Bien's Legacy on the far outside comes to second. Kendall Delta looks to the passing lane, third, and down the stretch. They drive on home. On the far outside is Bien's Legacy. In between horses, East Coast Nico. On the inside, Kendall Delta, but Bien's Legacy wins this one. Tight for second. Looks like maybe Obominator. Tight for second, third, and fourth, and the time for the mile. 2:02 and 1. Parading back to the winner's circle now is your unofficial winner of race number 3. It's number 3, Bien's Legacy. Brown Filly 3 by Largo out of the Nuclear Terror mare, Woodmere Night Dream. Owned, trained, and driven by Sam Hodgin. Bloomfield. Bien's Legacy picks up win number 6 this year. This afternoon, pacing in 2:2 and 1. Presented now with a cooler, symbolic of the Joe Mott Memorial, sponsored by the City of St. John. And on hand for the cooler presentation this afternoon, we have councillors Shirley McAlery, Shelley Reinhardt, Donnie Snook, Greg Norton, as well as Ray Strobridge. Also being joined by Mrs. Mott, Joy Mott, Jim Mott, Kim McGrath, Megan McGrath, as well as Charlie Price to make a special presentation to the family. Congratulations to the winner of the Joe Mott Memorial. It's number 3, Bien's Legacy. Owner, trainer, driver, Sam Hodgin. Winning the Joe Mott Memorial Pace this afternoon in 2:02 and 1. Second division of the Young Guns Pacing Series. Line up behind the gate. Field of 7. 1, Do You Believe in Me? 2, Mischievous Luck. 3 is Escape the Night. 4, Man in Pink. 5, All American Dazzle. 6 is March Past. On the outside, 7, Remember the Doe. Here they come. They're off and pacing on the inside. Do You Believe in Me goes for the lead in the middle of the racetrack. Escape the Night also going forward and tucking in third. Mischievous Luck as they make their way around the first turn. Ben Hollingsworth and Do You Believe in Me on the front end. Racing along in second is Mischievous Luck. Closing up the hole now and racing third. All American Dazzle, Escape the Night gets away in fourth. Then it's Man in Pink and Remember the Doe. And your trailers, they make their way to the opening quarter. That's All American Dazzle. As they make their way by the opening quarter, Do You Believe in Me on the inside, Mischievous Luck now moves back to the inside. They ride the opening quarter in 28 and 4, 29 and 4. As they make their way around the top turn, Do You Believe in Me? Mischievous Luck is racing second. There's action on the outside as the field comes off the 3/8 and race in front of us for the first time with Do You Believe in Me racing up front. Following along in second, Mischievous Luck. Racing up third on the outside comes a Man in Pink. Following cover on the outside, that's Escape the Night. Then All American Dazzle, Remember the Doe, and March Past as the trailers. They make their way by the half in 1:01 and 1. They race around the turn now. Next stop is a 5/8 Mischievous Luck, Do You Believe in Me is still there. Racing up on the outside, and second is Man in Pink. Mischievous Luck is racing third on the inside. Now up fourth on the outside to follow that cover is All American Dazzle as they make their way to the three-quarters now on the outside, and forging to the top is Man in Pink. All American Dazzle on the outside second. 1:32 by the three-quarters, and they make their way into the top turn. Katie Jean Miller and Man in Pink, they're the ones to catch. Mischievous Luck is racing second. All American Dazzle, Do You Believe in Me is fourth, and Remember the Doe. March Past and your trailers, Escape the Night as they make their way off the 7/8 and down the stretch for home they come. Man in Pink is the one to catch. They're not going to catch her tonight, opening up by 3. Mischievous Luck will be second, but Man in Pink is going to win it. Mischievous Luck for second, All American Dazzle third, and the time for the mile, 202 and 2. Heading back to the winner's circle now, your winner of race number 4, the Deluxe French Fries Pace. It's number 4, Man in Pink. Bay Pacing gelding 8 by Cam Luck out of the Sansam mare Cool Pink. Owned and trained by Gordon Way to St. John. Katie Jean Miller in the driver's seat for driving double, taking both classes of the Young Guns Pacing Series. For Man in Pink, it's his 3rd winning trip of 2012. Pacing this afternoon in 202 and 2. Congratulations to owner, trainer Gordon White, driver Katie Jean Miller, and Man in Pink winning the Deluxe French Fries Pace in 202 and 2. Full field of 8 starters line up behind the gate for race number 5, the Peter Quinn Memorial Pace. We have 1, Rockstar by Emma, 2, Woodmere Fool's Art, 3, Cocan Riverboy, 4, Miss Paula D, 5, Woodmere Quickpeak, 6, East Coast Down, 7 is Dusty Lane Buster. On the outside, 8, Provoke Me. Here they come. They're off and pacing on the inside, Rockstar by Emma. Woodmere Fool's Art also goes forward, and from the outside, Provoke Me leaves good as well as they race into the turn with Rockstar by Emma. Racing in the second is Woodmere Fool's Art. Provoke Me up 3rd on the outside. Miss Paula D got away 4th. Racing up 5th on the outside is Woodmere Quick Peak. Then Cocan Riverboy. East Coast Down, and your trailer is Dusty Lane Buster as they make their way to the opening quarter. On the outside, Provoke Me shows 3/4 of a length in front. On the outside of him, Woodmere Quick Peak is racing a second. They're by the opening quarter in 29 and 1 as the field makes their way into the top turn with Provoke Me. Racing a second on the outside is Woodmere Quick Peak. Looking at things from 3rd is Rockstar by Emma. Woodmere Fool's Art is racing in 4th as the field comes off the 3/8. They come down and race in front of us for the first time. Up front, cutting it out is Provoke Me. On the outside, second is Woodmere Quick Peak, then Rockstar by Emma. Woodmere Fool's Art, 4th on the outside, then Miss Paula D. Cocan Riverboy, Dusty Lane Buster, and your trailer is East Coast Down. They were by the half in 59 and 3 as they make their way around the turn. Next stop's the 5/8. Still there, still the boss is Provoke Me. Racing up a second on the outside is Woodmere Quick Peak. Rockstar by Emma's locked in 3rd. There goes Woodmere Fool's Art. From 4th now makes her way to 3rd. As they race for the 3/4 pole, it is Provoke Me. In between horses is a Woodmere Quick Peak. 3 wide Woodmere Fool's Art. And back on the inside comes Rockstar by Emma, 132 by the 3/4, and they swing into the final turn. It's Provoke Me. On the inside, Rockstar by Emma is racing second. Woodmere Fool's Art, 3rd on the outside. Letting go in 4th is Woodmere Quick Peak as the field makes her way. Off the 7/8 and down the stretch for home they come. Provoke Me shows the way. Rockstar by Emma is going to the inside. On the outside, Woodmere Fool's Art. They're racing in now on the inside. Rockstar by Emma to win it. Finishing second, Provoke Me. Woodmere Fool's Art was 3rd, the time for the mile. Ladies and gentlemen, Peter Quinn, a 30-year employee of NBTEL at the time of his death, was an avid race fan and never missed a Wednesday night or a Saturday afternoon card here at Exhibition Park Raceway. He regularly attended the races in St. John, Fredericton, and Woodstock until his death in 1990 at the age of 55. One of his proudest moments in the sport was sharing ownership with his good friend Galen Dempsey of a horse called Adam Away. His family continues to be involved in harness racing, with son-in-law Randy and daughter Kristen Phillips are active participants. Son Peter and daughter Karen are fans of the sport and are proud to present this cooler in his memory. To the winner of the Peter Quinn Memorial is number 1, Rockstar by Emma. A bay gelding 5 by David Hanover out of the Abercrombie mare, India by Emma. Owned and trained by Tommy Gunn of St. John, driven by Wayne Watson. Rockstar by Emma picks up win number 5 of 2012, winning the Peter Quinn Memorial Pace this afternoon in 2:02. Congratulations to Tommy Gunn, Wayne Watson, and number 1, Rockstar by Emma, the winner of the Peter Quinn Memorial Pace.
Kim Allaby to the race office, please. Kim Allaby to the race office.
Horses line up behind the gate for race number 6, the Peter and Paul Doherty Memorial Pace. We have 1, Red Star Wildcard, 2, Eloquent Desire, 3, Night Talker, 4, Casimir Japa, 5, Rackland Fine Line. Outside 6 is Victory George, and here they come. They're off and pacing from the middle of the track goes Casimir Japa. Red Star Wildcard goes with her on the inside, and on the outside of them all is Victory George as they make their way around the first turn. Casimir Japa edges now to the front. Racing along in second is a Red Star Wildcard. Eloquent Desire looks at things from third. Racing in fourth is Victory George. Then Night Talker, and your trailer is Rackland Fine Line as the field makes her way to the opening quarter, and Jill Berrio has set up shop on the front end with Casimir Japa, and he took them by the opening quarter. 29 seconds flat as they race into the top turn, and racing second is Red Star Wildcard. Eloquent Desire is racing in third. Racing fourth is Victory George. Then Night Talker, and your trailer. At the end is Rackland Fine Line as the field makes her way off the 3/8. They race down in front of us for the first time with Casimir Japa showing the way. Up now on the outside, first to move is Victory George. He's racing a second. Red Star Wildcard third at the rail. Eloquent Desire picks up cover fourth on the outside. Then Night Talker and Rackland Fine Line. They're by the half, 59-2, and they race around the turn. Travel over to the 5/8. Still up front is Casimir Japa. Racing second on the outside is a Victory George. Red Star Wildcard locked in third, no place to go. Eloquent Desire follows along fourth on the outside. Then Rackland Fine Line and Night Talker trails the field as they make their way down the back stretch by the 3/4. It's still Casimir Japa. 1:29-4 by the 3/4, and they win around the top turn. Casimir Japa, a length and a quarter. Victory George hangs tough second on the outside. Red Star Wildcard is racing third. Eloquent Desire to the outside now from a fourth. Off the 7/8 and down the stretch, they drive on home. Casimir Japa is the one to catch. On the outside, Victory George. Red Star Wildcard to the inside. On the far outside, Eloquent Desire is coming on now. On the inside, Red Star Wildcard gets through on the inside passing lane to win it. Casimir Japa second, Eloquent Desire third, and the time for the mile, 2:01. And the winner of the Peter and Paul Memorial Race is number 1, Red Star Wildcard. Now parading into the winner's circle, he's a bay gelding 7 by Village Jiffy. Out of the Abercrombie mare, Armbro Nerve. He's owned by Jean-Luc Berube of Price, Quebec. Trained by Charles Gaudreau with Pierre-Luc Roy driving. Red Star Wildcard picks up his third winning trip of 2012, pacing this afternoon. Passing lane victory in 2:01. Red Star Wildcard now being presented with the cooler, symbolic of the Peter and Paul Doherty Memorial. Congratulations to number 1, Red Star Wildcard, driver Pierre-Luc Roy, trainer Charles Gaudreau, and owner Jean-Luc Berube on winning the Peter and Paul Doherty Memorial Pace. 6 horses line up behind the gate for the Real Bond Memorial Pace. We have 1 Magical Alex, 2 Skippy, 3 Rickera's Son, 4 After Lunch Larry, 5 MD Hardly Success. On the outside, 6 is Dance Hanover. Here they come. They're off, and After Lunch Larry quickly takes him out of there. Going with him on the outside is Dance Hanover. Magical Alex gets away third on the inside as they race around the first turn. After Lunch Larry shows the way. Magical Alex getting away in second. Looking to get in though, third is Dance Hanover. Skippy racing in fourth. Rick Harris' Son is fifth, and your trailer is MD Hardly Success as they make their way to the opening quarter. Gord Hennessy. And After Lunch Larry set up shop on the front end. Magical Alex is second. Mike Stevenson now settles Dance in Hanover in third. The opening quarter was in 28-1 as the field makes her way into the top turn with After Lunch Larry. Magical Alex is a racing second. Action on the outside. It goes Rick Harris' Son. Up from fourth, he's now third. Up on the outside, following him now, is MD Hardly Success as the field makes her way down in front of us for the first time. Your leader now on the outside is Rick Harris' Son, takes over command at the half. After Lunch Larry is racing second, leaves Dance Hanover uncovered, third on the outside. Then Magical Alex, Skippy, and your trailer is MD Hardly Success. They're by the half in 58-1 as they make their way around the turn. Travel on to the EPR backside, and Rick Harris' Son now your leader. After Lunch Larry is up tight to second. Magical Alex is racing third. Dance Hanover on the outside are racing fourth. Skippy is moving now fifth on the outside. MD Hardly Success trails the field, and Rick Harris' Son quickly is opened up by 5, and he took him by the 3/4. 127-3 into the top turn. Rick Harris' Son now by 5. After Lunch Larry is racing second. 3 wide now. Skippy comes to third. In between horses is Dance Hanover, and they make their way off the 7/8 down the stretch. They drive on home. They'll race for place in this one. They're not catching Rick Harris' Son. On the outside, Skippy comes to second. Dance Hanover will be third. They come to the wire. Rick Harris' Son's all alone. Skippy second. Dance Hanover, then Magical Alex, After Lunch Larry, and MD's Hardly Success. Time for the mile, 1:58-1. It only made sense to give memory to Real Bond at EPR, as this is where he began his career, and his foundation was built by trainer Gil Berrio. It also proved to be his favorite place to race as he captured 17 of his total 31 career wins right at this racetrack. Just last season as a 6-year-old, Real Bond returned to the winner's circle 9 out of his 13 starts here at EPR. This earned him the St. John Harness Horsemen's Association Aged Horse of the Year award in 2011. And parading back now, the winner of the Real Bond Pace is number 3, Rick Harris' Son. He's a bay gelding 7 by All-American native out of the Walton Hanover mare, Rick Harris Hanover. Owned by Ken McGinnis of Charlottetown, trained by Trevor Hicken. Mark Campbell drives tonight. Rick Harris' Son winning the Real Bond Pace, 1:58-1, picking up his 3rd win of the 2012 campaign. Trackside we have Sifroy Melanson, Don Hubbard, connections of Real Bond, as well as Robert Laffin, to present the cooler symbolic of Real Bond Memorial to the connections of number 3, Rick Harris' Son, trainer Trevor Hicken, owner Ken McGinnis, and driver Mark Campbell, winner of the Real Bond Memorial Pace. Field of 6 line up behind the gate for race number 8. The Deluxe Paints Pace has 1 Pilgrim's Burner, 2 Huron Express, 3 Michael's Pleasure, 4 Armbro Comet, 5 Valid Appeal. On the outside, 6 is Forever Finesse. 6 starters, race 8. Here they come. They're off and pacing neck and neck. Huron Express and Michael's Pleasure getting out of there. Pilgrim's Burner gets away 3rd on the inside as they make their way into the first turn. Huron Express shows a nose in front now, or shows away. Racing along in 2nd, Michael's Pleasure. Racing in 3rd is Pilgrim's Burner. 4th now, and tucking in at the rail is Valid Appeal. Racing in 5th as they make their way down the back stretch. That is Armbro Comet and Forever Finesse trails the field as they make their way on by the opening quarter, and Huron Express is showing the way. Opening quarter, 29-1. They race into the top turn now, travel over to the 3/8, and racing in second is Michael's Pleasure. Third at the rail is a Pilgrim's Burner. Valid Appeal is racing in fourth. Up on the outside now, making a move from fifth is Armbro Comet as the field comes off the 3/8. Down the stretch, the race in front of us for the first time, and up front cutting it out is Huron Express. Racing in the pocket now is Michael's Pleasure. Up third on the outside comes Armbro Comet. Fourth on the inside is Pilgrim's Burner, then Forever Finesse, and your trailer is Valid Appeal. They were by the half and 101 as they race around the turn. Travel over next stop is the 5/8 Huron Express showing the way. Racing in the second still Michael's Pleasure. Pilgrim's Burner punches in third at the rail. Fourth on the outside. Installed is Armbro Comet. Forever Finesse now tips a 3 wide, and your trailer is Valid Appeal as they make their way down the backstretch. Next stop's the 3/4 and Huron Express showing the way still. Racing second, Michael's Pleasure. Forever Finesse now 3 wide comes to third. 131 and 2 by the 3/4, and they swing into the top turn. Huron Express and Michael's Pleasure. On the outside, racing third is Forever Finesse. Locked in solid is Pilgrim's Burner. No place to go for him. And off the 7/8 now down the stretch, they drive on home. Huron Express. Here comes Michael's Pleasure up on the outside, and Pilgrim's Burner going to the inside, but they're not going to catch Huron Express. He goes coast to coast. Finishing second, Michael's Pleasure. Pilgrim's Burner third. Time for the mile, 2:01 and 3. Of race number 8, the Deluxe Paints Pace in memory of the old veteran campaigner. Think Stream. It's horse number 2, Huron Express. He's a bay gelding 6 by Estrellos out of the Chief Warrior mare, Level Starlet. Owned and trained by Louis-Philippe Roy of Montjoli, Quebec. Pierre-Luc Roy does the driving. Huron Express picks up win number 5 of the 2012 racing season. Pacing this afternoon in 2:01 and 3. On hand from Deluxe Paints to present the cooler, Russell Henderson. Presents a cooler from Deluxe Paints that's in memory of the old veteran campaigner Think Stream, a true maritime champion. Gate is moving and the starters are lined up for race number 9. The Milton Downey Memorial Invitational Pace. From the rail out, we have 1, Macapulco. 2, Leading Candidate. 3, Joseph Michael. 4, Panmunjum. 5 is All Terrain. On the outside, 6, Arabica. Here they come. They're off and pacing. Panmunjum from the middle of the racetrack goes for the lead, but going with a Macapulco on the inside. Joseph Michael also leaves well, gets into second as they race around the first turn. Macapulco gains a top spot. Racing in second is Joseph Michael. Panmunjum's caught third on the outside for the time being. Arabica guts away fourth. Then Leading Candidate in fifth, and your trailer is All Terrain as they make their way to the opening quarter. It's a Macapulco and Jill Barrio showing the way over Joseph Michael. They're by the opening quarter in 28-1. Racing on top is a Macapulco. Joseph Michael second. It goes Panmunjum from third now, up second on the outside, leaving Joseph Michael to third. Fourth is Arabica. Up on the outside now and coming to fifth is All Terrain. And your trailer is Leading Candidate. The field comes down in front of us for the first time. Macapulco's on the inside. On the outside is Panmunjum. Joseph Michael looks at it third, then Arabica. On the outside, All Terrain and Leading Candidate. 57-2 to the half, and they make their way around the turn. Next stop's a 5/8 Macapulco, still there. Panmunjum pushes the issue. Second on the outside by a half length. Joseph Michael third at the rail. Arabica's fourth on the outside. Then All Terrain and Leading Candidate as they make their way down the backstretch. And Macapulco tries to put away the challenge of Panmunjum, and he took him by the 3/4. 1:26 and 3 into the top turn they go with Macapulco. Joseph Michael on the inside now comes to second. On the outside, third, Panmunjum. Inside fourth He is the leading candidate in Arabica, and they make the turn for home. Gilberto brings Acapulco down the stretch. Joseph Michael second. On the inside, All Terrain is coming to third. They'll race for place. They're not catching Acapulco to win the Milton Downey Memorial Pace. Finishing second, Joseph Michael. All Terrain third. 1:56 and 3. Heading back to the winner's circle now is the winner of this year's Milton Downey Memorial Invitational Pace. It's number 1, Acapulco. He's a bay horse, 7 by McCardle. Out of the Caprock mare, Smooth Latin N. Owned by Patrick Morris of Charlottetown, trained by Jackie Matheson. Gilberto in the driver's seat. Acapulco picks up his 9th winning trip of 2012. Pacing this afternoon in 1:56 and 3. Members of the Downey family on hand to present the cooler to number 1 Acapulco to honor the late and great Milton Downey. Congratulations again to the connections of number 1, owner Patrick Morris, trainer Jackie Matheson, driver Gilberto, and number 1 Acapulco, winning the 2012 Milton Downey Memorial Invitational Pace. 1:56 and 3.